mid to late 70s, he starts wrestling. He's training. He becomes a huge star in New Japan Pro Wrestling, where you kind of see the charisma. It's like, wow, this guy's going to be a huge star. IWGP champion, technically the first for New Japan. Then he goes to AWA. They don't pull the plug on giving him the title for whatever reason, obviously, but you could see how popular. I mean, he beat Nick Bockwinkel, they take it away. Give him the title, they take it away. Give it back to Bockwinkel. But you can see the popularity and how popular he is. You can see from Thunder Lips, this guy's got charisma. He's a star. So Vince McMahon Jr. becomes, the owner of WWF from his father, and he's a placeholder because he sees cable. He sees where they're going, and he picks Hogan. Do you think that when you're looking at it, right, because obviously without Hogan, where's Vince? Without Vince, where's Hogan? It's kind of the conundrum. People always say, who made who? So who do you think? Who made who? Because Vince is the guy bringing him in, but without Hogan, Vince's project, if you will, his WWF, where he visions it, might not go where he wanted to go.
I got to be honest with you, bro, and I'm not just saying this because of the current circumstances. I think Hulk made Vince. Listen, bro, let's be honest. It's what you said. Vince decided to go with Hulk, okay? But at that time, John, with everything you just laid out, New Japan, AWA, isn't that kind of a no-brainer? I mean, if you're Vince McMahon and you're looking at this guy at that point, I mean, bro, you don't got to be a rocket scientist. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, when you're looking at this guy and you're looking at the normal wrestler, even the main event wrestler, even a guy like Bruno, and you and I love Bruno to death. Yeah. But when you're talking about charisma, television star, icon, that's not a Bruno Sammartino. So to me, yeah, bro, Vince gave him that start, but I kind of think, John, it was a no-brainer.
When you look at it with Vince, right? Like he wants to do cable. Eventually, they're going to start doing pay-per-view and like everything kind of. But every Saturday night's main event, but it's all on the back of Hogan. Yes, yes. Oh, Vince's money or Vince, blah blah blah. If you're doing all this stuff, and let's just say it's Dusty or Piper, all these guys are awesome. I don't know if they have the national global appeal of a Hogan where you could put the whole thing on his back and be like, oh, by the way, NBC, we got this Hogan guy. You want to do Saturday Night's Main Event? Yes. You need a host for Saturday Night Live? Yes. They don't mean all this stuff. It's all predicated on like Hogan. Even the toys. The big thing was, oh, is Hogan involved? Like everybody sniffed it out. And with I know Vince, you could tell was jealous a little bit of Hulk because he's getting the credit, he's not getting the credit. So I feel like now Vince finally that Hulk passed, he can finally admit all this stuff. He's the greatest. He's the reason thank God. Shane's saying thank God for him because he made my family so much money and we wouldn't be here without Hulk. So I feel like finally now that they can admit it, but Vince, for whatever reason, for all those years, is almost like pulling and tugging and saying, no, it's me, not giving Hulk the credit.
I don't think that was a Hulk thing, John. I think that's just a Vince McMahon thing. Vince McMahon always wanted to have the aura that he was Walt Disney. I mean, he was always that guy from day one. So I don't think that was a Hulk thing. But here's another thing, John, you got to bring into perspective. When you talk about Hulk carrying that company on his back, bro, what about the pressure? That easily could have broke somebody. You know what I'm saying? And John, you know how professional wrestlers are and how flaky they can be. That could have broken somebody, bro. The average guy would not have been able to handle that freaking pressure. So Hulk had to be able to handle the pressure that came with that stardom. So yeah, bro. Again, I don't take anything away from Vince, but to me, that was a no-brainer.
And obviously the booking of it is great too, because once you have a guy like Hulk, you have to feed him, guys that are big. So beating Iron Sheik was huge. He was hated beyond belief, hated. So January 23rd, 84 at MSG when Hogan beats him, that crowd. I rewatched it a few times recently, obviously for obvious reasons, but it's a short match, but it's awesome. The crowd is electric. And Gorilla Monsoon, greatest line ever. He just goes, Hulkamania is here. Simple, you just like, and then you see him going like this and the crowd is nuts and, he's holding the belt. You can't get better than that. Just what an awesome start. But to feed the Sheik to him was perfect because everybody hated Sheik.
Yeah, but John, that's why I keep saying, people now talking about Hulk and, like the The back and forth debate. What was he the GOAT? This and that. Is he on Mount Rushmore? I'm like, brother, unless you were there to see Hulk's run, you don't have a freaking clue. You don't have a clue. So unless you lived through it, John, like we did, and you saw it all going back to MSG and the Sheik, and you saw the run and you saw what he meant, it's nobody comes close. John, I worked with Rock in freaking Austin. They don't come close. I mean, I've said that from day one. And that's why I keep saying, man, if you guys were not around during that era, you have no idea what you're talking about, because this guy was a freaking god. He was a god. He was a rock star. He carried the entire business on his back, and nobody's come close to that ever.
I was saying to my buddy, joking around, if you want to do Mount Rushmore and do 4 Hogans, I'm okay with it. Like, you know,
yeah,
you want to put 4. Yeah.
I am too. I really am, bro. Because again, I lived it. Like you said, that moment with the Sheik, I lived it. I saw it all, man.
Man, the electricity, that was just nuts with the guard, the eye of the tiger, everything nuts.
John, do you know? I don't know if we talked about this. John, I was at the Garden the first night he ever faced Savage in the Garden.
Awesome.
John, the building was shaking. I swear to God, my right hand to God, I remember it. I'd never been to a wrestling event where the building shook. And I've been to WrestleMania 4. I've been to WrestleMania 5. I've been to WrestleMania 10. I never was in a building. The Garden, bro, people were hanging from the rafters, and it was shaking for a wrestling match. And it was Hogan and it was Savage. And I mean, bro, I've never, ever experienced that in my entire life.
Just amazing. Just shows you, like, not only the power of Hulkamania, like the charisma, the you know, when you're really like rooting for somebody, it's like nowadays you could be like, oh, I like this guy, I hope he wins. Like, no, you were like invested, like literally,
Right.
like life or death. Like it's a baseball game in the bottom of the ninth. Like, strike him out, Mariano, get the World Series win. Like Hogan, like you literally were like invested if he won or lost, like legitimately like living through him. Like, please win, Hogan, please win. Like you would be physically like attached to him. It's like crazy.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of just like it was. That's just the way it was back then, John, because you got to give Bruno his props. And John, I can't tell you how many times, man, watching Bruno at the Garden defending his title, and bro, when he would start to bleed, you would think it's over. Oh my God. Like, you were so freaking invested in him. I mean, I think that's where it really, really, really started. And you're right, John. Like, I swear to God, you know, one of my biggest problems with professional wrestling today is, bro, you don't care who wins or loses. It makes no difference. You're not invested in